What a depressing end to the day. Wish everybody's spirits were high, but though she's not as tearful, Zoe's nerves have not calmed down by morning. Poor Zoe. God, I want to give the poor girl a hug. Zoe paces back and forth in the living room, tail of her dress hitting her ankles as she turns sharply. I feel almost as nervous as Zoe myself. Planning to tell Elliot how I feel. If he feels the same way about me, he'd have already told me by now. Wouldn't he have? Rise and welcome me. Mumbling her lines under her breath. Try not to disturb Natalie and I, who are putting on our coats. Going to do great, hon. Zoe glances up over at us, but doesn't reply. Just remember to squash those nervous bugs. He practices now, stopping on the ground multiple times to kill her nervousness. Well, can't wait to see the sets that you and Elliot worked on. Elliot designed most of them himself, but I just helped. He's got a great eye for things like that. I was telling him to look into being an architect. It'd be a lot more rewarding than being a handyman. You could make a lot of money from it. Making a lot of money is not always cracked up to be, trust me. Never thought I'd hear you say that. Doing what you like is more important than money. Well, it's true. I've had more fun volunteering here for 3 weeks than working for 8 years as a business manager. Now that I've learned that lesson, I think I'm ready to begin looking for a new career path. So my advice to Elliot, Zoe, and anyone else is to find something you like to do that earns you enough money to live. Don't need to be rich. Zoe looks back over at us with a nervous smile, still repeating lines under her breath. No, you don't. Glad you came to that conclusion. Wish someone told me that from the beginning. Some things you had to figure out on your own. I mean, waste 8 years doing it? No waste if you learn something new. Sounding like a little bit like somebody else we know. Elliot told me the same thing. Well, it's about time we left. Come on, we got a show to catch. Get a move on, ladies. Nellie ushers us to the door, pulls her hand on my back and motions for Zoe to follow us outside to her car. The auditorium is full of people chattering to one another. Well, to us it looks completely empty. Walls are decorated with tinsel and Christmas lights. Something Elliot must have done this morning. And it's a shame we don't get to see that, but I guess they weren't able to... the artists or whatever weren't able to do it. Go on and find your car, Zoe. Okay. Fortunately, Zoe stomps on the ground and squishes the nervous bug one more time. Runs off while Nellie and I find a seat on the crowd. Only a few rows from the front. Stay at the spot for Elliot on the right side of me. Show's gonna be so good. Zoe's been practicing so much, and you and Elliot have been working so hard. I think I'm just as excited as Zoe is. It's gonna be great. Lady Jones had his voice and places her hand on her heart. Don't sneak up on me like that. Sorry, didn't mean to. Forgive me, it's almost Christmas. You're forgiven. Come, we said you'll see over there next to Noel. I had to squeeze past Natalie and I to get to his seat. Natalie insisted he sit next to me. Guess I felt the need to spill the beans during the Christmas show. No way I'm doing such a thing with Natalie sitting right next to me. And a whole audience as well. I want Elliot and I to be alone in case he rejects me. Thanks. Kisses past Natalie, who gives him a light encouraging pat on the back. Sits stiff as a board until he takes his seat. Hi Noel, looking nice today.
Thanks.
Troy feels as if it's blocked with everything I want to say, and I can barely get out a word. The auditorium looks so good, Elle. Noel and I did an amazing job, didn't we? Clear my throat trying to answer. It was mostly you.
You know, I couldn't have done it without you.
Give yourself some credit, city girl. Only a little credit. You still did most of the work. Then a weak laugh. They turns to Nellie to not keep her out of the conversation. How's Zoe? Is she nervous? A little. Noah and I gave her a lot of encouragement last night. She's come really far. Instead of staying inside and sulking about her classmates, she's preparing for a show and having a great time. She got to decorate a Christmas tree, visit the holiday market, and spend time with family. I think it's because of you, Noelle. You made this holiday really special. Well, that little girl changed my holiday too. Tyson would be so damn proud if he could see her now. Ned places a hand on her heart. I think so too. Well, Nellie, there you are. One approaches us in a tizzy, winded. Natalie, is Zoe with you? Oh, we've looked everywhere for her. Oh no, Zoe. What? Nellie stands with with a start and I follow. She said she was going to join class a few minutes ago. Oh heavens, we can't find her. The show's about to start. Nellie stands with Nat and I, equally worried. We'll help look for her. Nellie's breath is shaky. I'm sure she's fine, Nat. She probably ran to the bathroom or something. I imagine the horror that must be running through her mind. Daughter is missing. What if someone... I heard it was around the auditorium. So many people here, and it's possible that Zoe got lost. Or worse. We'll find her, Nat. I'll keep looking as well. There's still a few minutes before the show. The teacher rushes off. Oh, Elliot, what do we do? Going to split up and look for her. Don't worry, Nat. All us looking, we'll find her in no time at all. I pause, thinking about Zoe's behavior last night and this morning. Nat, remember how nervous she was this morning and last night? Now he straightens up at once. She ran off someone and hid. Oh, she must be so nervous. Go search the classrooms. Noelle and I will look outside the building. Bet I haven't checked there yet. Right. His face is deadly white. Gathers up her things at once and hurries out of the crowded auditorium. Where should we look first? Okay, Elliot, my heart racing and eyes full of worry. There's a bench outside the school where we sometimes wait to pick up Zoe. Let's look there first. Cool air whips our cheeks, but Elliot and I ignore it as we rush out the school doors. With the play about to start, everyone has already settled in the auditorium. The sidewalk outside the school is deserted. Well, look. Sure enough, we see Zoe hunched to a form on a bench, hugging her knees. Oh, poor Zoe. Need to give her a hug. Zoe, run over and sit beside her. It's far too cold out here, sweetie. Let's go inside. No. She sniffles, face is ruddy from crying. Can't do it. I don't want to be in that stupid play. I want to go home. I open my mouth to speak, and I don't know what to say. Elliot speaks up, saving me in the moment. Oh, what about all the practice every night, though? I work so hard. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna mess up and everyone's gonna laugh at me. Besides, you weren't there yesterday, so it's all ruined. Zoe, that's not true. Nothing's ruined. It is. Elliott's expression softens. He crouches in front of the girl. You said you would be there to help me practice, but you lied. You weren't there last night. Sorry, Zoe. I had to sit up for the play. That's why I wasn't there. You promised. Anne takes the girl's hands. I did, didn't I? I'm sorry. She sniffles, tears still rolling down her cheeks. I can guess the real reason behind her being upset. It isn't entirely because of Elliot failing to keep his promise. Put my arm around the girl. Been through a lot late, Zoe, but you don't have to feel like you're dealing with it on your own. Even though Elliot couldn't be there last night, he's here right now. He was thinking of how hard you worked over the past few weeks, all while setting out for the play. That's right. I'm so excited to see you perform today. Blow us all out of the water. Not to mention, look at your beautiful costume. You're going to outshine everyone. Zoe hiccups, wiping her tears. But Noelle is going to leave. When she leaves, I won't be sad again. I will be alone. I never said I was going to leave. Why did you think that? You told Mum that you were going to look for a new career this morning. A tear rolls down her cheek. Elliot looks at me with a strange expression. No, love, no. Just because I decided to look for a career doesn't mean I'm leaving Hawthorne. Do you mean it? I can't leave you and Natalie. Be so lost without the two of you. Girl sniffles and nods. That's true. You need our help with love advice. No. Now is not the time to be talking about that. Now my turn to allow a small noise. Did you tell him yet, Auntie Coffee Bean? No. Oh. Elliot, she covers her mouth. Elliot raises an eyebrow, nickling my throat. Elliot, you can text Ned and let her know we found Zoe. Of course. Nanza pulls out his phone while I turn my attention back to Zoe. Better hurry up and make a move. The little girl snickers and dries the rest of her tears. Turn to her ruffled costume, greasy and crumpled from sitting on the cold bench. In minutes, Nellie comes running out of the school building. Zoe, you scared the life out of me. I'm sorry, Mum. I'm glad you're safe. I'll go find a teacher and let her know everything's alright. Thank you, Elliot. Walks off, leaving the three of us. Mum, do you think Dad is proud of me? Silence follows her question as I look at Nellie to respond to her daughter. It isn't my place to say what her father would be thinking. I'm sure my answer is the same as Natalie's. What, honey? Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? Because he was always so brave, even when he was sick. Father was nervous all the time. He just pretended like he wasn't. Really? Why? Because he didn't want to make anyone else worry about him. He was very stubborn. But worrying about someone is okay. That's why Noelle said in the park that we should tell people how we're feeling so they understand. We also talked about how hard it is for people to do it sometimes. Dad could have talked to me. I would have understood. He wanted to look like Superman to you, Zoe. That's how he wanted you to remember him. He was always going to be my Superman, no matter what. He'd be extremely proud of you, seeing you practicing and giving something your role. Really? Really? Finally, the girl smiles. Hey, Mum? Yes, love? I think Coffee Bean still hasn't told Elliot that she likes him. Nellie rolls her eyes and laughs. Let's give her a little more time before we start teasing Zoe. At least she's safe and sound. Crowd erupts and cheers as all the students bow to the audience, Zoe included. We're in a large smile while waving to Elliot, Nellie, and I. Way back while Nat snaps pictures on her phone. Zoe comes down from the stage to join us. Nellie pulls her into a big hug.
That's my girl. You absolutely killed it. Show stealer.
You think so? I really did good? So good. Amazing. Thank you guys for coming. I had so much fun. And guess what? What? I went to Sandy G backstage. She invited me to hang out with her and some of the classmates at a Secret Santa thing. Really? Same Sandy G we all know? Yes, we had a talk about how she makes me feel in school. So she apologized and said we can all hang out together. Aw, yay. So can I go, Mum? If I can chaperone with Bernadette, then yes. gonna be the best
Christmas ever.
It's gonna be the best Christmas ever. I can feel it in my ghostly bones. Elliot is grinning from ear to ear. Not the same girl who told me a few weeks ago she doesn't like to talk to her classmates. All along she wanted to hang out and make friends. She was just keeping them out to protect herself. I understand that feeling. Does a little dance and pumps her fist into the air. Now it's your turn up, Honey Coffee Bean. You have to be brave. Clear through and laughed nervously to fill the silence. Later. You promised. I know, I'll do it. Elliot looks puzzled but doesn't question the exchange. Well, let's go find Bernadette and Stanty. Two go on to the secret Santa exchange. We'll meet up later. Looks at me and Elliot and gives her a thumbs up. Bring her home at a responsible time, Elliot. We got that gingerbread kit you brought us. We're baking cookies for Santa tonight. This is even for another few days. Gotta bake the cookies and decorate them.
Fair enough.
I'll have Noel home at a responsible time. Thank you very much. That's all I ask. Elliot extends a hand out to me as I give Zoe and Nat one last way goodbye. Shall we go?
Country boy.
Sure, country boy. Take his hand, but this time there isn't any spark of electricity. Just nervousness as the two of us follow the current of people outside the school building. That's when Elliot struck. I was a sigh of relief and shut my eyes. Long days of making sense and practicing lines are over. I only have time to relax, but even so, feeling is bittersweet. As the festivities begin to wind down, and I'm left with my feelings unresolved. Elliot, the proper gentleman, holds my hand as we walk through the entrance of the holiday market. Despite the cold blanket of snow that rots the ground, more people than ever are roaming about. Today is a big day, Secret Santa gift-giving ceremony. There is a large table of gifts set out near the Christmas tree. Honestly, I don't care about my gift. I just need a second alone with Elliot. Tell him how badly my head is spinning right now. So, how does this work? Ask him to distract myself from my thundering heart. Basically, you go up to the table, find a gift with your name on it, and then take it home. Should be a few helpers around in case you can't find your name. You don't open your gift here? Nope, because you don't want people to get jealous of the gift you got. Everything is homemade. How jealous can people get? And he laughs at my scowl. Let's go find our gifts. We can open them with the girls after we bake cookies later. I gaze a large crowd with ease, saying hi to people as we pass them, offering them really cheesy jokes. Elliot is friendly with everyone he knows. That stabs me like a knife. I release Elliot's hand and put mine in my pocket for warmth. There's his frown, but he doesn't say anything to me. When we arrive at the table, Mrs. Weber is there with a big smile. Ah, Noel and Elliot, together again. Something like that. Looks away with a blush, and I simply shrug my shoulders. Let me help you find your gifts. Just one moment, please. She scans the table, and I watch her intently. Too nervous to look over at Elliot, whose gaze I feel on myself. Aha, here's Noel's. Grabs a small box beautifully wrapped in purple and gold, a green bow on top, and hands it to me. Looking at the sparkly paper, feel like it'd almost be a betrayal to tear it open. So pretty. Whoever drew your name must have put a lot of effort into making your gift. They look like experts. Now I kind of feel bad for my gift presentation. I thought your gift looked good. Yeah, because you helped. Shrugs and winks. Well, the Secret Santa is very lucky. Not the thought, not the presentation. Mrs. Weber hands Elliot his gift, which is a small blue and white bag with silver tissue paper. Is it true that the gifts all are nominate? Yeah, that word. Or is Elliot teasing me? It's true. You won't know who gave you your gift, and your secret Santa won't know you were the gift giver either. It's supposed to be all in good fun, Noel. It's your first Christmas in Hawthorne. You'll be an expert by next year, don't worry. So, no opening gifts until I get home? Exactly. You don't want anyone feeling dejected about a gift. Makes sense when you put it like that. Isn't that what I said? Definitely not. Good doesn't mean I stick out my tongue. Alright, you two, go and have some fun. Don't let this old lady take up all your time. Old? Never, Mrs. W. She tuckles and shoos us away. It leads me to an empty park bench. Two of us sit, the snow following around us. I've been outside in the snow such a long time. Now I've been out in it for a whole week. Not enough snow in the city? Streets are cleaned in the blink of an eye. Still isn't an inconvenience to people wanting to get to work. Makes transit slow down. There's no parking anywhere. Pray for it to stop. But when I was younger and still lived with my father, I used to wish that it would snow really hard so my siblings and I could miss school. Then we could go to the park and sled down this big hill. One year we didn't have a sled, so we used a trash can lid. It was so much fun. We'd race down the hills and... Stop, I realize I'm talking too much. It was just nice as all. Do you miss your family? Of course I do. Tight-knit family group is just poof. Gone. You know, now's the right season to try and rekindle that bond. How can I do that? Invite your family over for Christmas. In Hawthorne, everyone is so scattered. Don't know if they'll be able to make it on such short notice. Why not video call? Sure you can all plan that out. That's a great idea, actually. I know, I'm a genius. You're welcome. I had to tell Nat about that. Sound the Christmas music from one of the booth players even louder. I struck with an idea. I stopped, pointing my hand out to him. Elliot isn't going to take the romantic snowball the night before to set up this confession. I'll do it instead. It's now or never. Elliot doesn't hesitate to take my hand. Heat from his palms radiates through my reindeer gloves. Come along to the beat. Hear Elliot doing the same next to me, with a hint of blush. Let's dance. Elliot pulls me into his arms. 3 hands steals around above my waist. I reach out to drape my arms around his neck. A little awkward with our bulky jackets, but the two of us swayed nonetheless. There are eyes on us. Quickly realize people whispering. I begin to move backwards from him. This is a mistake, I realize. Way in over my head. I can't do this. As I move to let go, Elliot, his grip on my hand tightens.
Hey, don't worry about the others. Eyes on me.
The gate doesn't lift for a second. This moment is just the two of us. I don't want people to talk about us. What, Noel? What would they say? That you're having fun for the first time? That you're letting yourself be carefree? That you're not letting someone tell you what to do? You don't have to listen to your dad or boss anymore. You're free. You're arms of a handsome man with a heart of gold. So, what if they do? Snap my attention back to the man in front of me, and holding me steady as we swayed in the snow. A man who doesn't seem to have a care in the world. What to be like that? I don't know. I shake my head. I want to unload the heaviness in my chest. I feel like I'm floating on the clouds. That's a good thing, Noel. Sure, but I feel like someone's going to ruin this. My father, townspeople, myself. Maybe even Elliot, if he rejects me. This is intently, reaching out to push some hair out of my face when I finish talking. Just moved here a few weeks ago. Can't expect your former life to be erased in the blink of an eye. Then what? I feel like this forever? I get to live happily ever after? Words are earth-shattering, real and raw, sticking in my heart as I breathe. I want to be good enough for you.
Haven't you realized by now I like you, Elliot?
Hey, she finally said it, yay! Noelle, you're more than good enough. I can have your time and attention. I speak like you're less than others when you do so much. Noelle. But you didn't even kiss me the other day. After all the time we've spent together, I thought you liked me as more than just a friend. I do like you more than a friend, Noelle. I pauses for a moment and takes a large breath of air.
I'm falling in love with you, Noelle.
What? I think once, twice, 3 times, but Elliot is still standing in front of me, look of earnest sincerity on his face. Eyebrows furrowed and cheeks are vibrant red. This was supposed to be our first date. But you asked if I'd come with you, and now late is always play. I'm supposed to think that's a date. I'm sorry, I got really nervous. Words wouldn't come out. You nervous? I didn't want you to think I wasn't worth your time. That perhaps we were better off as friends. Now hearing you say the same thing about me makes me feel really good. Like really, really good, Noelle. Sure, so body type isn't speaking that for you? I mean, not complaining, but we might need to go somewhere more private for that. Not because of the insecurity, but because you feel the same way about me. Voice trails off, and he exhales a shaky breath. I'm sorry, I was still nervous as hell. I reckon you are. Crack a small smile, and Elliot glares at me playfully.
Unfortunately, you've made me like you quite a bit.
So now I'm a blubbering idiot. I think it's kinda cute. Glad you think so, because I'm about 5 seconds from sweating bullets. Wish I knew this was a date. I'd have worn something cuter. I like your style, Noelle. What, asshole clothes? No natty stuff. Say the business casual look you pull off. It's cute and really suits you. Heat rises in my cheeks and look down to the ground. You know, speaking of not realizing it's a date, I was clearly thrown for a loop over the past few days. Until we finished our work on the play, thought you didn't want to work together anymore. I'd like to keep working together with you. We had a lot of fun, Elliot. I've learned a lot about myself too. We've both been idiots. We exchanged a laugh. You know, Elliot, you're a wonderful guy. Since the moment we have met, you've been nothing but welcoming and kind to me. More than that, you care about what I had to say and what I'm feeling. It's hard to believe that you like me. I was skeptical of that admission. Why? As we're really confessing.
You're out of my league. Just look at you. You're beautiful, you have a wonderful smile, you're adventurous, and you're funny.
You don't have to go on anymore. This timid smile is all the proof of his sincerity. Well, the holiday season has been so much better because you've been here. I mean that wholeheartedly. My emotions get the best of me. I go in for a hug. Elliot's arms find their way around my torso, standing in one another's arms, cherishing the warmth. Thanks for giving me a chance to be myself, even if I'm still figuring out who that is. I should be thanking you For what? Reminding me what's really important, and for creating new memories of Hawthorne with me. Lean my head on his chest. Cold snow sitting up, hitting our backs. The only thing that matters is Elliot's warm embrace as our hearts intertwine. Don't know where this road will take us, but I'm not traveling it alone. Elliot will be by my side, and I look forward to all the adventures we'll have together. December 24th. Mark tosses the flour at Natalie as she tries to knead the gingerbread cookie dough. She holds her rolling pin up towards me and lowers her eyes. Zoe giggles from the side of us, leaning into Elliot as she continues laying her own batch of dough out on the parchment paper. This was an activity that was meant for a few days ago, but both Zoe and I have been having too much fun without companions. Ellie decides that we'd reconvene on Christmas Eve. It was my day to bake cookies for Santa Claus. Did it again and see what happens. Ellie warns me about tossing flour, but she was an indifferent. No shot she'd actually hit me with a rolling pin. Ooh, I was going to teach you a lesson. I'm not scared. You should be. Exactly. Tell her, Elle. Elle chuckles when we lock eyes, and let out a half-hearted angry sigh. Dating the holiday market the other night did not end in a kiss. Never even so much as a declaration asking me to be Elliot's girlfriend. It was as if our relationship has gone back to the way it was. Two friends with romantic feelings and intense chemistry. Damn. I was really hoping for something a little bit more, but oh well. I'm guessing they're going to be saving that for Christmas. Elliot, pass me some sugar. You don't have to add sugar. It's already in the batter, Nat. It'll make the cookies taste even better. But the sugar from the icing will be enough. Will it? You're the one who's always telling Zoe to ease up on the sugar. It's Christmas, Noel.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, it's Christmas! Oh my gosh, can't be responsible one here. Can't give her any sugar, Elliot. Give her the sugar. Whoa, I'm not getting in the middle of this. Zoe snatches up the sugar container without hesitation. Oh my gosh, Zoe. It's for Santa, so remember where the house with the good cookies. He'll give me the best presents next year. They chuckles, watching the three of us bicker. You can help me with my batch, Noel. It has no extra sugar. That's when, Mr. Sweet Tooth. I think the gingerbread mix has just enough sugar already. Wishes for me to join him, having already mixed that and flattened his dough. Oh, you ready for the fun part? Cookie cutting. Yep, come on and help me. Deal. Join Elliot by the counter where he hands me a human-shaped cookie cutter for a gingerbread man. Hunter, Zoe and Nat are hard at work making another batch of batter with extra sugar. I press my cookie cutter into the sticky dough, but when I pull it up, the dough tears from the wax paper, crumbles into a mishmashed mess. Ugh. Allow me. Turn towards Elliot to see his demonstration, but he has something more hands-on in mind. Places his hand over mine and leads them to the cookie cutter. Today, Elliot's hands are the same rough cast hands as before, but there's a confidence in his grip as he helps me push gently down into the dough. Gotta be gentle, move the color left and right. Show me. Use my hands left and right, so the color slices through the dough. Hands are warm, but not as warm as my face that I try to hide behind my bangs. Elliot lifts his hands, I do it so as well. And then a perfectly cut gingerbread man. It's so cute. Think you can handle the next one on your own? Oh, definitely not. I need another demonstration. Elliot moves closer to me, but this time doesn't grab my hands. Instead, leans down towards my ear. As he whispers, the hairs on the back of my neck stands up. Happy to help you make gingerbread cookies, but you owe me for the labor. Oh? Wink wink nudge nudge. You definitely doing something later tonight? What will I owe you? Your time. And maybe some of my holes? Maybe you shouldn't be saying that stuff in front of the kid. I already got it. I need more. Honey coffee bean and Elliot being gross. I just nearly clears her throat. Get a room, you two. Daughter's here. It's nothing like that. Sure, you guys are awfully close to each other. Face is bright, but Elliot isn't blushing at all. He's actually laughing. Take a walk. You need a cookie cutter right now. The kit only came with one. Elliot backs away and holds out his hand. Well, care to get some fresh air with me? Oh, so we're doing it outside, eh? Yes, she does care. Go be gross outside. So he walks up to us and pushes my legs forward. We have an important mission to make the best cookies ever for Santa. You're kind of interrupting.
Sorry.
Oh, jeez, sorry. He lifts my fingers with Elliot's, calm washing over me as the spark of intimacy from the day before begins to trickle in. Maybe Elliot's hesitance. I realize it's just in my head. Don't put sugar in my batch, Nat. Don't worry, won't even touch them. Yeah, you put cooties on them when you were being gross. Elliot laughs at her outburst, and I can't help but smile as well. We'll be back. At least the two of us out of the room, the sounds of Christmas music from Natalie's phone muffled by the light hail tapping on the living room window. Will the snow ever slow down? Probably not. It snows a lot here in Hawthorne. I've noticed. I need to wear my gloves and scarf if we're stepping outside for a few minutes. Good thing an incredibly kind, thoughtful, and handsome gentleman got your reindeer gloves to wear in the cold. Good thing indeed. Flashing my grin before going to the coat rack where my jacket, scarf, and hat are hanging. First I grab Elliot's coat and hand it to him before putting on my own. Elliot holds the door open and the cold snow rushes in. Cool air, though frigid, is welcoming as we step outside. Elliot is right by my side, making sure the door closes softly behind us. So he is awfully astute. Never was hanging in the air. Don't know what else to say to Elliot, no, quite winter wind. Astute? Such a strange and fancy word. In the business world, you have to sound like you know what you're doing. Don't actually have to know what you're doing, though that helps immensely. I was a BS queen back in my day. Oh, really now? Yep, I had to pretend I was a senior VP at our company, because the actual role was out in an emergency. Notorious for embellishing my ways out of situations. Sounds pretty intense. Oh, it was. That's the I remember in this scene. Business, it's easy. It's easy. Just toss around some big words, smooze the right person, and belittle others in the company. Saying it out loud sounds so terrible. And the complete opposite of the girl I know these last few weeks. Can't imagine you being that way. It wasn't really me. Somewhere along the way, I lost a bit of myself. Lost a spark of what made me enjoy business to begin with. I was drowning. Every time I came out for air, sank further. I ran miles around myself to recall the past and who I let myself become. A complete stranger. But that's not the case anymore, now is it? He approaches from behind, as he did in the kitchen. This time putting his arms around me in a tight hug. The warmth of his arms makes the bitter air dissolve into a comfortable embrace. Puts his hand on my shoulder. His steady breathing, a serene melody in my ear. This moment with Elliot is where I want to be. Hey, how's that smiling graduate, eager to make waves in the business world? Now it's just a matter of pulling her out of that darkness. I've got her hand tightly, not letting go. Does that mean what Zoe said the other day is true? You're looking for another career? Exhale a deep breath and lean further into him. Yes and no. Let's stay in Hawthorne with my family. And you. But there aren't very many business ventures available out here, right? Exactly, but I'm not leaving. I don't want to pick up everything and leave again for a job. Not when I found a place to belong. What if I told you I know a way we can stay here, also make some money doing something you might really love? I tell you you're a light in the dark. And consider me your light, because I had the greatest idea. Shut my eyes, try to settle the rapid beating on my heart at Elliot's words. Way to stay in Hawthorne and explore the business side of things once again? How? What's your idea? I want to expand my family's business. Nothing too extravagant, but maybe to gain more visibility and get better organized. Would you be interested in helping me out with my business? Pay won't be great right off the bat, but there's room for growth. I could really use someone with your talents to help me launch this into something even greater than what my father started. You want me to what? Move around in Elliot's arms to face him. Need to see his expression. Make sure he's not just messing around. Be my business partner. But then it's not a family business anymore. You shared your family with me. I can share mine with you. Well, I'm sure you're going to be sharing your family later. At least your family jewels. Besides, the two of us worked so well together on the school play. I can't work it on my own again. You sure? I'm sure. Then yes, I accept your offer. Working with you in Hawthorne is the greatest Christmas present I've ever gotten. That's not your gift, Noel. I got something a little more tangible. See the light finger on his cheeks. I know he's put a lot of thought into whatever it is he got me. You didn't have to, but I wanted to. Put my hands into my pockets and I feel a pang of nervousness. Budget this year for gifts was low. I wanted to get Elliot something nice to thank him for what he's done. And they agreed to help me purchase gifts for Elliot and Zoe. I paid her back when I could. Zoe got her a video game that she wanted, and for Elliot, a nice brown and flannel shirt, thick enough to keep him warm in Hawthorne snow. Ellie teased me a bit for getting a coffee bean embroidered to the front pocket, but relented when I threatened to supply Zoe with enough sugar to stay awake for a week. I guess that'll do it. I know it's not Christmas yet, but I want you to have this. Pulls away from me and reaches into his pocket for a small, beautifully wrapped gift. No creases in the silver and gold wrapping paper. Tiny bows perfectly scented with extravagant ornamental ribbons. Small tag hangs on the side, signed in Elliot's sloppy handwriting. Wrapped with a kiss. I place my hands on my heart as I read it. I was inspired by the story about your mother, how she'd write this to remind you she was always there. It's the same sentiment from me, but my kiss might mean something a little different. Go ahead and open it. With Elliot's watchful gaze, I carefully tear the paper open. Put a lot of time and effort into wrapping this. It always feels wrong to open it at all. 2 things in the box. First one are a pair of earrings that take my breath away. They're red ribbons that match my ruby pendant. Elliot, where did you find these? I made them. Of course you did. This is dark pink, a durable shade in the sunlight. You made these earrings for me? Sort of, Draw a pair at the store and modify them to match the same shape and colour as your necklace. Put my hand over my jacket where my necklace would be and smile. This is an inseparable part of me. Necklace gave me a glimpse into who you are beneath that girl, trying to figure out her place in the world. What do you mean? When you're nervous, you'll grab onto it. When you're confident, you'll hold it in your hand for a few minutes. Well, maybe the earrings would help you, give you more strength, but this time from me. This is incredibly thoughtful. I want to put them on right now. How about you do it inside? Something else in the box. Oh. Right, what have I got? I was so swept up in the moment. Reach into the box and pull out the mistletoe that had fallen from Elliot's Secret Santa card earlier this month. Is this your good luck mistletoe? Ow, good luck mistletoe. What do you mean, ow? It was in your card. Now that really matters, Noel. It's not why I put it in the box. We're gonna finally get our kiss? Takes the green leaf from my hand and squeezes it for a moment. Why did you put it in the box? Hesitates for a minute, then shakes his head with a confident resolve. Holds the mistletoe above our heads. Randy cheesed a grin. His face an even dorkier shade of pink than I thought possible. The other day, I thought I was gonna kiss you. It wasn't the right moment. I wanted our first time to be special. What? Voices an anxious croak. When we started to get to know each other, I said that I wanted to help you create new holiday traditions, memories. What better time to show you what I really like you, Noel. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. If you allow me to, I'd like to kiss you under this mistletoe. Shut my eyes and nod. No words are needed. Elliot closes the distance between the two of us. Wait a moment with anticipation, holding my breath, waiting. Till I crack my eyes open, wondering what he is waiting for. As my eyes start to open, I capture my lips in a passionate first kiss. Fuck yeah! Let's go! Finally! About goddamn time! As his lips press against mine, I feel my palm sweat and vibrate with excitement. Sure something else isn't vibrating? What should I... As if listening to my thoughts, late hand finds mine. Our fingers intertwine. His free arm wraps around my torso to the small on my back, and he pulls me even closer than before. Then I'll gasp and feel Elliot's smile before my eyelids part. Face must be embarrassingly flushed. I can hardly think of the nervousness before Elliot pulls me in once again for another kiss. This is our second kiss on top of the first. Difficult to separate the two, as he hardly gave me a second to catch my breath. This time, I'm over my nerves. I wrap both my arms around his neck to deepen the kiss. And then there's a muffled noise. It's my turn to smile. Once we part, note that Elliot's expression is messy. Perhaps still getting over the shock that I'd kiss him back. I lean my head onto his chest, reveling in the beating of his heart. Sweet baby Jesus, that was something. I mean, that was nice. Don't have to correct yourself, Kochi boy. It's cute. Cute? You're saying it in disbelief. I like you, Elliot. More than that, actually. I swallowed hard. I should be honest with him, now more than ever.
I think I'm falling in love with you too.
Aw, guys are so fucking cute together. What? That's what you said to me in the park ride. Now we're on the same page. Elliot eases into the moment and places a kiss on my forehead as a wordless reply. Likes me too. Here's to our first Christmas tradition. kissing me under the mistletoe?
Yeah.
And me kissing you back. Naturally.
Merry Christmas, Coffee Bean.
No Christmas yet. Give it a few hours. Look up at the man, a tinge of playful anger in my eyes. It's not calling me Coffee Bean, by the way. Elliot shakes his head. I think that's supposed to be, yeah, I kind of put a space in the wrong place. No, I don't think I will.
Hey!
There was one time in the 5th grade. It was an aspirated sigh. I roll my eyes.
Country boy.
Watch it, country boy. As your new business manager, I have the power to take over your schedule. I trust you completely. Two of us stand together in each other's arms, enjoying the present and only beginning to dream of the future. It's a fleeting moment, and in a few moments, we'll have to go inside and finish baking cookies with Natalie and Zoe. That's just as well. I found my family here in Hawthorne, right when I needed them most, when they needed me. Perhaps with time, this family will grow, and in turn, our love and memories will grow, cherished and precious beyond the scope of these present moments. Hopefully there'll be more presents to come, especially seeing it's now Christmas time. Ooh, everything looks so pretty. Don't think we've actually seen this place at night time. Usually when it's only been daytime. Cold air is pressing against my face. Natalie and I stand in Central Tower Plaza. I was full of gift bags. Let's out a sigh, blowing some of her long blonde hair out of her face. This is not how I expected our Christmas to turn out. You know how Mum is. You always gotta have a big production when sending gifts. Yes, but sending a truckload of gifts to town's only department store for pickup on Christmas Day is kind of a new crazy. I think of Zoe's face when she realized the gifts from this morning are not the only ones she's getting. And my sweet daughter's bubbly reaction is the only reason I'm doing this now. That's not the only reason. Don't pretend like you despise Christmas surprises. Sure, there's stuff for us as well. Yes, well, several cool whatever's suffice in this case. Would have loved to hear Mum's voice. Dad's too. Too many answer surprises even me. Too bad we couldn't get a video call set up with everyone's crazy schedules. Now visits her husband's family on Christmas Day. Mom's probably asleep overseas. He never answers his phone, and Dad has some passive-aggressive words with Natalie before deciding he wants to spend the holidays alone. It's very fitting for him. Wasn't the ending I was hoping for, but having Elliot, Natalie, and Zoe this year was already a step up from last year's celebration. That's more than enough for me. I could try again on New Year's. I think Dad is going to change his mind because it's a new year. The Christmas magic didn't get to him. Difficult for all of us. Maybe it'll take a lonely Christmas for him to realize his mistake. Yeah, I highly fucking doubt it. Or maybe it won't. Maybe it'll stay the same forever. I have to meet him halfway. Or you could just not meet him at all. That's even a better option. Realization of a hard truth sours my stomach. That's because Christmas doesn't mean that everything will sort itself out. When in a broken relationship takes time, effort, and willingness from both parties. It'll sort itself out. It will. Don't dwell on it, love. Have a handsome man and a lovely little girl waiting for us to trudge into the house with all these gifts. Let's get a move on. Arms are starting to go numb. I can take a few bags if you'd like. We already have 4. What's 2 more? This is light work. Do you know how much paperwork I had to lug around back in the city? Stacks and stacks. Consider this my daily workout. skipping Armor Day. Ellie bounces her arms back to life and gives me a full smile. Mum really did go overboard this year with gifts. Take a last savoring look at the town plaza. Tomorrow the Christmas tree and the festive decorations will go on. That warm fuzzy feeling spending the holiday with family will be gone until next year. Nellie begins to walk to her car, me trailing behind her. You good? Yeah, I just... Voice trails off. I'm going to miss this. What, festive stuff? Yeah, and everything else. Last few weeks I spent here in Hawthorne. I think I've smiled more than my collective 8 years working in the city. Being a charming local carpenter would do that to you. I roll my eyes. Could also be reconnected with my family. And so we helped a little too. Nellie laughs as the two of us approach her parked car. Two cartoonishly large Google eyes stare back at us on the front of the bumper. Gift from Zoe with the help from Elliot. That's cute, I like that. It's kinda cute, but Nellie and I laughed at it. Right, let's get these bad boys in the trunk. After a few moments of rearranging, the gift bags are snugly settled into the back of Nellie's googly-eyed car. Satisfied with the effort, Nellie slams the trunk down and dusts off her hands. This is by far the most Mum has ever done. It's a little weird, don't you think? Nellie pulls open the front door and slides into the driver's seat. Follows suit on the passenger side. Mum's always buying gifts for us. Maybe she's doing an extra since we're together. Yeah, but why send the gifts to the department store rather than our house? Car starts with a rumble, only because the short ride home. The shipping fees? How many gifts she brought? What's a little shipping fee? Be a drop in the bucket. That's true, but Mum's always been a wonder to understand. Shrug off and glance out the window as the snow falls. A white Christmas is something I used to dream about when I was younger. I began to dread it as an adult. Now in Hawthorne, it feels like the ribbon on a perfectly wrapped present. Ellie and I exchange small talk as she drives us back home. Traffic is non-existent on Christmas evening. We're right back fairly quickly. Ellie fumbles with the keys in the darkness. See her breath as she fusses, adding a laugh at me. That's so funny, Noelle. That's her head up, kicking one of the bags she placed on the ground while searching. Nothing. Oh, shush. It's so dark I can hardly see. Just knock on the door. You don't need to unlock it, right? So we are probably playing a game or something. Hate to interrupt them. Don't think they'll mind. Oh, now they have no choice because I can't find my house keys. My fingers are numb. Had to go out and get those gifts. They can stand up and stretch their legs a little. Could have gotten them on my own, but you could have enjoyed time with Ellie and Zoe. That's a good thing I did come because look at all those bags.
Thank you.
Fix up the bags and I ring the bell. Didn't take long for Ellie to answer with a grin. Hello ladies, what took so long? When I hold up my 2 arms full of bags and Ellie follows suit, that's how I chuckle. You two weren't kidding when you said your mother loves to buy gifts. Here, let me help you. Ellie is quick to unload her bags into the muscular man and lets out a sigh. Stretch her arms in circles to get the blood flowing again. Ellie waits for me to toss my bags in his arm as well. Not me. Let me all the way in before we freeze. Shaking my head, letting Elliot know I can make it a few more feet, he steps aside. A few of us make our way inside. Really nice place to nestle the gifts. We'll have to sort through them, as they're all wrapped and labelled. How's Zoe? She's good, playing that video game she loves. Not the one with the guns, right? Christmas. Just a game, Daddy. That gaze settles on me, he winks. Take a step closer to him and he pulls me into an embrace. Then I head onto his beating heart for a moment. Sure, my wet hair from the snow is soaking his shirt, but he doesn't seem to mind. Maybe we should check on Zoe before we handle all these gifts. Good idea. She can wait a bit for some more presents. Pull away from Elliot, but he places his arms around me and leads Natalie and I to the living room. I had a feeling something was gonna happen. I was thinking maybe all this was a fucking distraction. Sitting on the couch is a man, hunched over a black controller, looking at the thing as if it has 7 heads. Closes his eyes and lets out a sigh. Zoe next to him is nearly vibrating from excitement as she kicks up her feet into the air. I had to hit the red button to pick up the items. The red X? Yep. Then you aim and he clears her throat. Zoe drops the conversation. Girl places her control on the couch gingerly before rushing to her mother and grabbing her arm. Suddenly she stops, clears her throat, and gives the strangest yet clearing rehearsed lines. Mother, look, I found this man in the snow outside. However did he get here? Lowers her voice to a shrill whisper directed at the man. How's that? Oh, very good. The man's strange tone, I don't think Zoe's lines were rehearsed. However, caught in my threats, the man and I lock eyes. Offers a small, conflicted smile and waves. Dad, what are you doing here? I was hoping it would be our mother, not him. Elliot's grip on me tighten as he gives me a supportive squeeze. He tries to lighten her tension with another performance. What? This man is your dad? My grandpa? No way! Sorry, Grandpa has gone to visit before. Don't know if I want to run and hug him or flee and vomit. Second one sounds good. That one sounds like a valid... Yeah, the second one is definitely a valid reaction, but anyway. I got your book message about getting the family together. Voice throws off, reaches up to nervously rub the back of his neck. And your mother had the bright idea to send me a train ticket to Hawthorne. I hate wasting money, so I had to come. How he's struggling with these words, and last part of his explanation is a lie to soften the blow for himself. Can't help but grin. Probably the happiest kid on Christmas, getting to see my dad here. I mean, after how he fucking treated you, no. See, Noel, told you it was weird that Mum sent the gifts to the department store. It was a distraction. Mum really outdid herself this year. Mother stands and walks over to us. Looks to Nellie, who nods her head and motions for me to hug my father first. Do I really have to fucking hug him first? Then it releases me and I embrace my father tightly. A moment of silence between the two of us as we stand there in each other's arms. Dad, I'm sorry. I stop, realizing I'm taking blame again for putting myself first. Turn my head, pulling away slightly from my father. No, I'm not sorry. Sad things happened the way they did, but I wouldn't change anything because I love the life I have in Hawthorne now. I'm happy. I have my family and friends, and I guess a new job. I know. Elliot told me a bit about things. He's a fine gentleman. Not a traditional businessman, but working with his hands is still good, I suppose. Shoot Elliot a glance. It flashes me a smile. Whatever he said to my father certainly softened him up a bit. I'm content, though a little nervous that Elliot told him we were together. I heard how quickly he talked to Hawthorne and how you helped your sister with her daughter. knew why your mother sent me a train ticket. I feel the train into this beautiful town confirmed it for me. You can make a new nice life for yourself outside the business world. You have your family and a meaningful job. Elliot really convinced you? Father shakes his head back and forth. Elliot certainly helped, but it was my gorgeous granddaughter who begged me to forgive you. Zoe instantly bobs her head up and down. Oh, well thanks, Zoe.
Best Christmas ever.
Honey Coffee Bean made my Christmas the best one ever. Now that Grandpa is here, it's all perfect. I have nothing to forgive you for, well, did nothing but choose a life for yourself. I'm proud of you. Dad, thank you. It's all I ever wanted to hear from him. Proud of me, and it's for something I've chosen myself. Colin notices his head apprehensively. Maybe it's the Christmas spirit getting to me. I feel tears welling in my eyes. Ellie comes between us. No crying, it is Christmas. Besides, it's my turn to say hi to Dad. You and Elliot can go and grab the gifts. Reach up and down my eyes before any tears can fall out. Elliot puts his arm around me again and leads me to the hall where I can finally catch my breath. Elliot, he... Can't find the right words as I hop up on my tiptoes. Pinch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. It stings, so I know it's real. Elliot watches me with a bemused expression. Positively giddy. It's adorable. Thank you. Thank you for what you said to him. All I did was show him the picture of us in the park and explain to him that you were making real memories here. And also that, face grows red. He looks down at the ground. And what else? Grabbed his hand and learned to look at me. And now Zoe wouldn't be the only ones who'd be sad if you never showed up in Hawthorne. You'd like to pursue your business career. I think you got my gist. That's sweet. I wouldn't leave Hawthorne or you for that matter. Even the most lucrative business contract. Promise?
Yeah.
I mumble, leaving it up to capture his lips and mine. I think Zoe is right. This moment, tender and sweet, is perfect. Way better than any other Christmas I've had as an adult. The man of my dreams is holding me in my arms, my family in the next room. Can't wipe this growing smile off my face. Stay in each other's arms for a few minutes, or a few moments, before deciding we had to get Zoe's gift before Christmas is over. At the last second, I bury my face into Ellie's chest and let out a giddy mutter.
Country boy.
Merry Christmas, country boy. But before we pull away from each other's arms, I hear Elliot whisper in a sultry voice,
Merry Christmas, Coffee Bean.
Oh, and that's the end. Man, that was a sweet ending to this. But yeah, definitely had the whole Hallmark Christmas movie vibe, which I like them. They're definitely itch a scratch when it comes to the Christmas movies, but yeah, anyway, this was quite nice. I really liked it. Very cute, very wholesome, and yeah, I'm sure it can hit home for those of us who struggle to find out where we are in life and trying to find our true selves and whatnot. Especially when it comes to our own Christmas time. But yeah, this was a very fitting game or visual novel to play around Christmas. But yeah, quite enjoyed playing through that. Oh, and yeah, it goes straight back to the main menu. But from what I know, there is one other ending, but I'm not going to try and get it. But if you guys want to try that other ending for yourself, which I could only assume is if you don't end up with Elliot. But yeah, if you guys want to try that out for yourself, link will be down in the description for this. And yeah, you guys have a Merry Christmas and also a Happy New Year. And we'll be moving on to another Christmas game probably after this. Because December is not over. Not yet, at least.